Yo, 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 what up, y'all? It's your boy OCZ Savage. Today we jumping into another deck build. In this one, we have a super overpowered Bodyguard Evangelo build. And with this one, we're going to be using Bash. Now, using the new gadget, as long as you activate the gadget and you have 10 stacks of Bash, you're actually going to be able to stun any mutation, including bosses. So, breakers, tall boys, rippers, you name it, you'll be able to stun it with just one punch. And then as you can see here, you can actually still glitch the breaker on clean sweep. All you gotta do is get them stuck behind the gas, and then you can just stun them from the other side, and it's a super easy kill on the breaker. Make sure you guys smack the like button on this video so that way it can reach all the back for blooders. Now getting into the bodyguard portion of the build. With bodyguard, we're going to take 75% of the damage that our teammates take, and then we're going to be mixing this with sadist and also bravado. So what's going to happen is anytime we're around our teammates, we are going to take 75% of the damage that they take, so it's going to help keep the team alive. And then we're going to have so much damage resistance, including numb, as long as we are meleeing zombies. We're going to be using meth head and pumped up, or I'm sorry, we're going to be using meth head and face your fears. As long as you have any temporary health at all, that should be enough resistance for you to tank the hit. You know, the hit that your teammate took, the resistance that you're going to have, it should be enough to tank that hit. And then another cool thing about it too is since we're going to be using bravado, anytime your teammates take like trauma damage, you're going to heal for 15% of trauma health. So it's really going to help you guys pretty much stay alive on this build. Now the only thing that the gadget is going to take to activate is just sniper ammo. But as long as you are numb, your temporary health, as you can see, if your teammate gets hit hard enough and you're standing close enough, you're pretty much just going to heal for that life, which is going to keep you alive to keep the rest of your team alive. So this is definitely a super duper strong build. I don't really see a lot of Bash, you know, the new Bash gadget, no real bodyguard builds. So this is definitely something new. You know, go out and try this. This is going to be really good for Nightmare, also really good for No Hope too. I would probably say, you know, if you're going to be using this on No Hope, I would definitely be using this on a team, you know, that has a whole bunch of damage, because you really don't want to be taking that many hits on No Hope. But on Nightmare, this build works wonders, because as long as you just stayed crouched, you know, so you just have your damage resistance, and then we're going to be rocking spiky bits. So then that way, anytime we have the melee out, we're also going to take damage resistance. So as long as you just make sure you're in good position, make sure you're around your team so you can actually be within range when they take a hit, you'll definitely never die. And then also too with the Bash, as long as you have a 10 Bash meter, so at the bottom you'll notice that the Bash will go up as you don't punch anything. But once it hits 10, you can just pop the gadget and that will be a automatic stun. Of course, if you want to pop the gadget and try to stun a, you know, mutation boss anyways, it does also stun without having 10 stacks of Bash. I just don't think it's every time, so keep that in mind. Jumping into the deck, we're going to be rocking meth head, padded suit, motorcycle. Then we're going to have that experimental stun gun, which is going to give us the stun on Bash. Then we got the sadist, power strike, bodyguard. Then we got the bravado and the inspiring sacrifice. Now typically I would go over like variations that you can do with this build. But honestly, I tried it a couple times, you know, with speed, without speed, mixed in a couple different cards. I found that this variation works literally wonders, especially on Nightmare. Because the thing is, you know, you're going to take a lot of damage from having the bodyguard. But in Nightmare, especially when you're playing, you know, public, people go down. So, you know, as people go down, as long as you're standing near them when they get hit, you'll heal for that trauma health, so you'll definitely heal up. And then of course if they go down, you know, you'll have the inspiring sacrifice for just your regular flesh heals. So it's really hard to die with this build. Really the only times I've died is, you know, when we're on a part where you maybe have to run somewhere, or you know the whole team instant dies and you just don't really have enough stamina to survive. Other than that, you know, if the team is up for the most part, if you're in decent position, this is definitely a really strong build, easy to survive. And then as you notice with the deck, we're not going to have that much movement speed. So, you know, you want to make sure you're picking up those stamina upgrades, you know, save your money. So if you find any cards on the ground, you know, you can try to find speed, you can try to find stamina. And once you find like a handful of cards, you know, maybe 1, 2, 3 to add on top of this build, you're definitely just going to be invincible. So I definitely think you guys are going to love this one. It's a super fun build for Nightmare Pubs. Down in the comments, let me know if you guys, you know, are you using Bodyguard? Have you ever used Bodyguard? If you are using it, you know, which cards are you using with it? You know, what kind of work for you? I'm definitely curious to know. I think this build is I think it's the most efficient on Evangelo because you get his 20% stamina regen passive, you know, so I think that makes it really good on him as far as meleeing. You know, you don't have to go out of your way with stamina regen. You don't have to get another card. So definitely go out and try this build. Make sure you guys smack that like button so this video can reach all the Back for Blooders. And also hit that sub button. We got daily tips, deck tips, vids, tricks, everything you need to know Back for Blood. So as always, I appreciate you guys stopping in on the vid, and I'll see you on that next one. Peace.
Easy. I'm here, Holly. Take this.
Watch me. Need to reload.
Weapon cache.
What if something that wanted to eat my face was in here? That'd be crazy, right?